The brave little sparrow. In a dense forest, there lived a little sparrow named Chirpy. Chirpy was small and fragile compared to the other birds, but she had big dreams. While the other birds flew high in the sky, Chirpy always dreamt of flying to distant lands where no bird had ever been. She wanted to see the world, experience new places, and feel free. But there was one problem. Chirpy was scared. Every time she tried to fly, she was too afraid. Her wings felt too weak, and the vast sky seemed too big and endless. The other birds would laugh at her, saying, "You're too small, Chirpy. You'll never be able to fly that high." One day, Chirpy overheard a conversation between two older birds. One said, "The journey to the distant lands is dangerous. Only the strongest birds can make it. They must have strong wings and sharp instincts." Chirpy felt crushed. She thought to herself, "Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm too weak. Maybe I'll never be able to do what I dream of." But as the days passed, Chirpy kept hearing the wind calling her. She watched the birds flying high, and deep inside her heart, the desire to soar kept growing. One morning, after much thought, she decided that no matter how small she was, she would try. With a deep breath, Chirpy spread her tiny wings and tried to fly. She flapped them with all her strength, but she couldn't rise very high. The wind pushed her back, and she fell to the ground. She felt embarrassed, but she didn't give up. She tried again and again and again. Each time she tried, she failed. Her wings were tired, her spirit was breaking, and she could hear the laughter of the other birds. But something inside her kept telling her to try just one more time. One day, as Chirpy was about to give up, an old wise owl appeared. The owl saw her struggle and said, "Chirpy, you're not failing. You're learning. The sky may seem vast and scary, but every time you try, you get a little stronger. The fear you feel is not something to run away from. It's a sign that you're about to break through." Chirpy listened carefully. She realized the owl was right. The fear wasn't meant to stop her, but to push her to be stronger. With renewed courage, Chirpy tried again, this time with all her heart. She flapped her wings harder, focusing on the wind and her goal. And this time, she didn't fall. She soared higher and higher, higher than she had ever imagined. The sky didn't seem so vast anymore. It felt like her home. Chirpy flew to places she had only seen in her dreams. She visited mountains, crossed rivers, and felt the warmth of the sun. She wasn't the biggest or the strongest bird, but she had something stronger than anything else: belief in herself. One day, she returned to the forest, her wings full of strength and her heart full of courage. The other birds who had once laughed at her now looked at her in awe. Chirpy smiled, for she knew that the true strength didn't come from how big you were, but from how much belief you had in yourself. So, I want to ask you, just like Chirpy, what's your big sky? What's the dream you've been too scared to pursue? Are you letting your fear hold you back? Or will you find the courage to keep trying? Leave a comment below and tell me about the dream you're afraid to chase. And if this story inspired you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Because just like Chirpy, you can achieve anything as long as you believe in yourself and keep going, no matter how small you may feel.